Hey, I am Mustafa Sherif. Thank you so much for listening to Urbanistica podcast. I am super excited because now I'm recording the episode number 99. So it's a big dream come true. Soon is going to be 100 episode. I am really thankful that you're following the Instagram account, subscribing the YouTube channel and watching the talk being recorded live. And again, I am really thankful that you're commenting, sharing Urbanistica podcast. It means a lot because this is the aim of Urbanistica podcast, that we together discuss, reflect what is our future cities, what is a smart city, what is a livable city, what is a city for people. So thank you so much again for following, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and just feel free to share your reflection and I will answer you. And by the way, this episode will be about my dream city. Last week I got a question from a really great friend. She asked me, what is your dream city? It was a tricky question, hard question, but I would love to think about it, to reflect and to share with you what is my dream city about. I can start with my background. I lived in 5 different cities and I traveled to 52 cities. So I have a kind of okay database to imagine how my dream city can be. And I'm looking forward to travel to new cities, upgrade my dream city. But so far my dream city will be inspired of 3 cities on this planet. The first one is Baghdad, Iraq. The second one is Stockholm in Sweden. And the third one will be Milano in Italy. From Baghdad, Iraq, the element that I'm going to add to my dream city is people. In Baghdad, by the way, I was born in Baghdad. I lived there for 15 years before I moved to Sweden. So Baghdad has really big part of my heart. So the element that I'm going to take to my dream city is people. In Baghdad, people are everywhere. And by the way, by people, I don't mean the people of Baghdad will move to my dream city. My dream city will be open to every single one on this planet. But I mean the way of how people is being outside in the city. How is the relationship between people and the city? And not only in the morning or in the rush hour, but literally 24/7 you can see people everywhere. And what I mean with people, it's kids, parents, elderly, young people, adults, every single person, I think, in Baghdad is being out in the street. We really love being out in the street, walking, doing grocery, talking to people, and doing some other activities because the streets are part of our life. In many places in Baghdad, the houses are very small and the family's members are so many, so there is no really place for all the family to be in the house and having the different activities. So many of people meeting friends, walking, talking, doing maybe also homeworks in the streets, in the parks, in the public spaces. So the city become part of our life. It's like our home. By the way, and not all the areas in Baghdad have these small houses, but some of the houses is very high dense, so that's why people outside, but also people like to be outside. People like to get the sun, to breathe fresh air. For instance, we have this activity, we call it walk in the city at the evening when the sun is almost setting. So we go out and have a walk in the city together with the friends, family. It's just for fun, for exercising, and also for having a coffee or just walking in the city. It's really cool for us to see other people in the city. So the element that I'm taking from Baghdad are how people are being part of the city and making the city livable for 24/7. Moving to Stockholm, the beautiful capital of Scandinavia. Now I'm living here also. Stockholm is approximately 1 million people and Stockholm is divided to 3 different parts. The first third part of Stockholm is being the city. The second part is being the water, and the third part is the nature. So it's really magical, harmonical balance in between the blue, green, and the city. So what I'm taking from Stockholm is the water. Of course, it's difficult to have water, but it's dream city. so I can dream about whatever I would love to. So water is one of the elements that I will add to my city, and the greenery here, because Stockholm municipality before and now is really doing good when it comes to planning green spaces. It's part of the policy, part of the future development of the city. So green is a strong part of the future city, and it's also a strong part of my dream city, that I will have this greenery. Start from green trees in the streets, pocket parks, big parks, forest, and you name it. Greenery is a main part of the cities. And to be honest, not only a main part of a dream city, but it should be a main part of every single city on this planet. And by the way, learning from Stockholm here, the municipality has a big guideline, which is about there should be a green space within 200 meters walking from every single person here in Stockholm. So if you walk 200 meters, you will find a green space, and it should be we call it the Stadsdelspark. It's a big park with a playground with different spaces within 500 meters walking. And then finally, you should have a contact to the waterfront within 1,000 meters walking, like 1 kilometer. You should have the access to the waterfront, you should have access to the outdoor pool and to a forest, or at least feelings of a forest, which means like a really big park that gives you the feelings of a forest. What I'm working with now is to apply this policy in every single development project that we are doing here in Stockholm. We need to follow these guidelines. Then moving to the third part, it's Milano. I was studying there, and Milano is approximately also 1.4 million people. And the elements that I'm going to take from Milano and add to my dream city is the art and culture, how the city emphasize and invest in art and culture. And as you know, Milano is one of the capitals when it comes to design, fashion, and architecture. So people really invested in that, and you can easily see it when you are in Milano. So you can notice that, you can observe that, how much design when it comes to architecture in the buildings, in the city planning, and you can see it in the product design, you can see it in the fashion. When I was in Milano, every day I was experiencing something new, something inspiring me. Starting from the advertisement in the streets to the walking in the city, like Duomo and the other places, seeing the beautiful architecture, and also attending different events, different festivals. So art and culture is a really strong part of the dream city that give the inspiration and the motivation to people. So basically this was a quick answer to what is a dream city. So my dream city will contain people, nature, and art and culture. This is going to be for me the perfect harmony, the livable city. And I will encourage you to also ask yourself the same question. What is your dream city? What are the main elements? You can start with the concept. What is your city based on? And after that, you can develop the details. So I'm also going to do it. I will develop my concept about dream city, and hopefully I will share it with you in the next coming episode. Thank you so much for listening to Urbanistica podcast. And also, please don't forget to subscribe the YouTube channel, the Instagram account. Very, very, very important that you're commenting, you're sharing your thoughts, reflections, so we can learn from each other. Thank you so much again, and see you in the next episode.